Hi guys! So today's video is different for me, not only because of the topic, it is a very different topic for me, but because I wanted to give you guys the most accurate and honest opinion, as always, that I can. And I can't sit here and tell you that I have all of the answers or that your experience will be exactly like my experience. I'm only here to share with you my experience. So I'm gonna hurry up and get into it. I didn't want the intro to be too long, but this is basically gonna be my experience with Invisalign. And I cannot really say that I'm done with Invisalign. I think that I will be seeing my doctor for the next few years and he's going to keep an eye on my teeth and everything like that, but I have gone through it long enough where I feel confident to talk to you guys about it. So let's hurry up and get right into it. I do have notes that I have taken on my phone for the past couple of years, and just to kind of keep myself up, I was going to do update videos just to kind of update you so often, but I felt like let's just finish the process in the most part of the process, and then I can take some notes and go over the notes with you and share my experience with you. So I do have my Invisalign box here, which has all of my trays in it, and if you have gotten Invisalign, it was backwards, eek. If you've gotten Invisalign, this looks very familiar to you. This is the box they give you that holds your applicators, and I'm hoping you guys have a good view of it right there. So you can see it says Invisalign, and it has a picture of the trays on it, has my name across the bottom, how many trays are in here. This is my second box, but we'll get into that shortly. So the box basically says, orthodontic appliance, and yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. So I'm gonna get into my story and then we'll get into the experience I had and the notes I have for you guys. How does that sound? So all my life, I really never have had the most perfect teeth, and braces, traditional braces were my it kind of was my only option. My parents wanted me to get the traditional braces for a long time, and I believe it was maybe my freshman to junior year of high school where my dad was like, Jen, go get your braces, let's do this, let's get it done. And every time I went, I just completely backed out. And every time I would go for a cleaning, my dentist would be like, Jen, why aren't you doing this yet? What is the deal? So to make a long story short, obviously I never got the regular braces, just with high school, and I played sports and I'm a girl, and I don't know, I can sit here and give you a million excuses, but why does anyone want traditional braces? I don't think anyone does. So never got those, and then I got out of high school, and as I got older, my teeth got worse. They definitely got worse, and it got to the point where I wasn't happy, and Vinny said to me, Jen, go for an Invisalign, just go for a consultation. Let's see how much it would cost. Let's even see if you can do this. So he basically was the reason why I made the appointment and went to the orthodontist. And how I found my orthodontist was I went to Invisalign.com, and if you put in your area that you live in, it will give you rated orthodontist for Invisalign based on their experience. I went with the closest orthodontist to me that had the best amount of experience. I knew nothing else about him. I'd never been to him. I never heard of him. Alls I knew, that Invisalign website told me that he had the most experience. And I have to say I wasn't disappointed, but I literally walked in, I went for my consultation, I met the amazing doctor that I have right now, and he has completely changed my teeth. Completely. So I'm very happy, and I would recommend that if you're not sure how you're going to go about Invisalign, try it that way, and it's worked out great for me. So I went to see him, and when I first went to see him, that was in November 2010. He took pictures of my teeth, and I do have some pictures to put in here for you guys, and don't make fun of me. It was in 2010, so I graduated high school in 2005, and it took me 5 years to really go and get Invisalign, which is crazy. I had crooked teeth for a good amount of time. So anyways, I went in with him, and that was back when they did the clay moldings of your teeth. Well, that's kind of jumping ahead, but I went for the consultation. You have to be eligible for it. I ended up luckily being eligible for it. We went through the process. Too much into how much it costs or how, the payment plans and things like that. It's going to be different for everybody. All I know is the money I paid for it, worth every cent. I wouldn't go back and change anything. I my teeth are amazing, and compared to what they were before, crazy. And like I said, worth every penny. So when I went in for the first, basically what they do is they take moldings of your teeth before, and when I went, they did clay moldings. It was uncomfortable. It was, I wouldn't say it was invasive, but it was just uncomfortable. They put clay in your mouth. It kind of tastes bad, but take the moldings out, and that's how they're able to create the clear trays that, you know, go throughout the weeks. And, you know, I'll show you them when I open my box, but they used to use clay. So when I did that, you know, he was like, you're going to need some buttons, which I also have pictures of buttons. Basically, they're attachments on your teeth for the trays to grab onto tighter to be able to move them in the way that they need. So I got my buttons on, and what I can say about my first couple weeks or maybe months, because it really only took you know, a couple months for me to see huge improvement in my teeth. I would change my trays once a week, every Sunday night, and I had my buttons on for quite a while, and the buttons made a huge difference. I mean, my teeth were pretty messed up and I needed the buttons. They're clear, you can hardly see them. The only thing that I can say about the buttons is they kind of really soak up like any dark food or drinks or anything that you know, eat that's a dark color, drink or eat that's a dark color. So you have to make sure that your teeth are always clean, or else the glue will obviously absorb it more than your regular teeth. But once you get the glue taken off, it's really easy to put on and off. You know, it comes off. But that's one experience that I did have with the buttons. You know, I have some notes here that with my Invisalign, and I had to wear them all day long. I took them out for a few hours after work to eat, but that's it. You know, you get a lisp when you're talking. Sometimes the edges of the trays can be sharp, so it can kind of cut. But what I would do is I would buy like a really cheap emery board, like a nail file down where it was stabbing me, and then it was fine. So that is one thing I did notice. When you switch to the trays, I would switch my trays at night. So if it was sore, you know, you pop them in, you're like, ugh, because it's like, you know, it's the next step, so they're tighter and they're moving your teeth. I would put them in. He recommended it too. Put it in before you go to bed. This way you sleep off the pain. And it worked out perfect. I maybe got a little bit of a headache sometimes from it, and besides it like cutting my gums if I didn't, you know, file it down. That's really the only complaint I can have. You know, compared to traditional braces, minimal. You know, you're a little sore when you switch to a new tray until like the middle of the week, but that's really nothing. It really wasn't anything crazy. My teeth, like I said, were straightening out within a few weeks, months definitely. So I was seeing results and I was happy. You know, I had a lisp when I talked. Whatever, I didn't care. And this was about a few months into it when my teeth really were starting to straighten out. He took my buttons off, but I was still wearing my Invisalign. I did get to the point maybe about a year later where my teeth were pretty straight. I mean, it was a huge difference. I was happy. I could have walked away a happy girl from there. He said, all right, so let's see how your teeth do if you don't wear them all day and you just wore them at night. So I would just wear them at night, and my bottoms are the ones which you'll see. Again, I have graphs and stuff I'm going to insert here for you guys, top and bottom. My tops weren't too bad. My front two teeth were a little bit crooked. My bottoms were the ones that were really messed up, and when I wasn't wearing my trays all day long, even after a year, they still did not want to straighten out. Still to this day, they're not perfect, and you know, they're used to being crooked. My mouth is so tiny, it's too tiny for my teeth. So I noticed that, so I went back to him, and, you know, he wanted me back anyways. I already had an appointment. I did express that to him. So he said, all right, so let's put some buttons back on. I want to do a little tweaking, and I chipped one of my front teeth. So when we got to the point that my teeth were pretty straight, I can see, like, it almost looked like they were still crooked, but it wasn't. One of my teeth were just lower than the other, so he said, I'm going to put buttons back on your top teeth, and I'm going to try and even them out. And that's where I'm at now. Again, I have a picture of my buttons that I currently have on my teeth. And I do have trays that I wear every single day, all day. I'm back to the same routine, but it's only going to be, I think, for another month or so. So I wanted to add this in here so you can see the new technology that they do have. They don't use the clay anymore. They kind of had this, like, looks like a scanner, right? And it scans your teeth, very much less invasive, and I think it's more accurate as well. It takes a lot less time, and so yeah. So that's kind of where I am now. You know, my teeth are really straight. It's a huge difference. I mean, my main goal was to have straight, nice teeth for my wedding, and I had that. I really had no disappointments whatsoever with my teeth. I mean, you know, sometimes some food gets caught in it, it's discoloration and stuff like that. You have to stay away from gum. You can't chew gum. Seeds, you know, dark colored things, especially when your Invisalign is in. It's going to get caught in there. It's going to stain your teeth. I did have to whiten my teeth after the first round of Invisalign, but it was nothing crazy. I'm going to get into showing you what's inside of this box, and yeah. So inside of here, basically, I have two compartments. It's a little bit messy because I have one side that I have finished, and then I had kept one side to be able to show you. So the side that I finished, this is actually just the top part that I ripped off. This is the first one, and then it goes all the way down to number 11. So every single week I would open a package, and I used to put the old ones back in, but I learned very quickly that's disgusting and don't keep them. I'm kind of like a nostalgic, like sentimental hoarder, and I like to save everything, but gross, don't do that. And I don't want to get into it. So this is where, you know, they're just clear and they're numbered, and it has my doctor's name on it and my full name on it, stuff like that. So, you know, you go all the way through. Every single day I would switch them. You can see this is empty because I finished it all. So I'm just going to put this one back, and I'm going to bring out one that has the trays in there. So this is what I have left. You guys can kind of see my trays in there. You can see, I'm going to take them out for you. So you can see my trays in there. They're also numbered on the trays. So that's super convenient if, you know, you lose one or something like that, or one's laying around. You can look at that Invisalign tray and know what number it is because they are labeled. You can't see it once it's on your teeth because it's on the bottom all the way in the back. So that's what my trays look like. And it's what I thought was really cool is even when I got my first Invisalign set, I can see actually where I was beginning and how my teeth looked and how they're gonna look on this week. You know, you can really see your progress by just looking at this strip. I'm just amazed by this whole process, and it was worth every penny. I can't recommend it enough. They give you these, and they'll, you know, my doctor has given me them, you know, whenever I wanted them. I can go to him every single time and tell him I wanted a new one, and he'll give it to me. And I've probably went through, they come in packs of 2, blue and red is the only ones I really seen, and I must have went through about 5 packages of 2 at the least. So yeah, this is what they look like, and it kind of just pops right open. And I actually have 2 pairs in here because I ran out of cases. I have to go get some more. So here's my old Invisalign tray that I saved just to show you. I can actually throw this away once I'm done. So here's my trays. So this is obviously the top, it goes in. This is the bottom, it goes in. Very, very simple. They've become like second nature to me. And even after I'm done with this whole thing, I'm still going to have to wear them at night. And, you know, you have to keep up with it. I think that's the #1 thing with Invisalign. You have to keep up with it. You can't skip a day, and you can't not wear them every single day. Your teeth will just go back to being crooked. And it even says on here, I don't know if you guys can see, oh, everything's wet. So gross. But it even says on there, it says optimal wear 22 hours a day. That's really all the information that I have to share with you guys. Again, I cannot really recommend it enough. I'm gonna put the link to the Invisalign website down there. You guys can go there and, you know, enter in your zip code or your area and find the best doctor around you. But I'm also gonna link my doctor if you're in the New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut area and you want to come to Connecticut and probably have the best orthodontist ever. And of course I'm gonna say that because he completely blew me away and changed my teeth. Visit his website. You know, if there's any questions that you have that I haven't answered in this video, definitely leave them below and I'll be more than happy to answer for you. But yeah, all the links are down below. My dentist's office. He actually has a YouTube page as well, and I'll link that below. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, it's a very different video for me, and it's also not really makeup related, but it's kind of beauty related. I mean, everybody wants nice teeth, and I think that when you have nice teeth, you smile more, you're happy, you make everyone else around you happy, and I feel like teeth are probably one of the most important things to worry about and maintain and kind of groom, you know, hygiene. Hello. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe to my channel, tweet me, follow me on Instagram, all those kind of things, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye!